Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 11 of Fuuka, and oh man, I don't know how I feel about this episode, honestly. I can see why. Like, I looked in the forums and a lot of people are hating on how this is going, how it looks like it's going to end, and honestly, even as an anime watcher only, I don't really know the full specifics of everything. I agree. I feel that the way this is going, like, I'm not pissed off just because Koyuki ends up getting rejected in this one. To which I will say, I was super sad, but it's something that you saw is like, oh my gosh, they're gonna do that, aren't they? It just feels like the way everything has been going in these past couple episodes just feels super forced. This episode, like, in specific, just felt like they were forcing so many things just to happen. Like, we have Koyuki, just pretty much throwing herself onto you. I honestly don't see her, like, I can't see her ever doing something like that. And for another thing is you, like, all of a sudden, he's never shown, like, real romantic feelings for Fuuka. Sure, there's occasional, like, he, like, oh, he blushes around her, or he thinks like, oh my gosh, that kiss kind of thing. But that's a normal kind of thing. You kiss a girl accidentally, or not accidentally, a CPR kind of thing. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what the heck, But there's never been any real romance that you can see throughout any of this, or any reasoning on why he would reject, Koyuki, who's been, in love with him since she was younger. They have so much chemistry and everything from when they were childhood friends. And yeah, like, once again, the childhood friend gets thrown to the side, like, almost like so many different animes. Like, I swear they do this like so many times to the childhood friend. Like, whenever you see a childhood friend in anime, guys, sure, there's the occasional time where childhood friend ends up winning and stuff, but most likely you're going to end up, if you root for the childhood friend, you're going to end up with a broken heart as well. And that's how I felt about this, because I knew it was going to happen from how the latest episodes have been showing. You could just see, like, oh my gosh, they're going to do this, aren't they? And yeah, they end up doing it. They break Koyuki's heart. They have this whole thing with her throwing herself on. Like I said, I don't think she would do that. I don't see why, I can't see Yu's reasons for everything he's doing. And even with Fuuka, like, it just feels so forced that in the span of one episode, I didn't really talk about this as much in the last one because I thought maybe things would change for something else. But, she, in the span of, like, not even one episode, just a part of the episode, you go from having her pretty much, full on saying that she's, she doesn't want to do this. She wants to stick with her band and everything. And you know how Fuuka is. She wouldn't just all of a sudden break up the band just because of this one thing, even if it is for her feelings and everything, I just can't see the way that she did it. I can't see her doing that, honestly. Doing that to the band and everything, And I feel that they've just forced upon this what's going to be happening, which is probably going to be an ending. Either there's two possibilities. One where, Fuuka ends up, she ends up coming back. They sing, it's all happy, happy. I guess he ends up with Fuuka. Or I guess there's three things I can think could happen. One is that. Two is that the thing I wanted to happen, I was like, how about Fuuka's gone, but you can have Koyuki in the band instead, right? No, that's probably not going to happen. But it's something like, who the hell knows at this point, They may just force that in here somewhere. Or, of course, three, the probably also not really an option. The only option I really see is the one with Fuuka joining them. But this is a possibility that it's just a sad ending, pretty much, if Fuuka doesn't go to them. I can't really see that happening, but you never know, honestly. But yeah, like, it literally just feels that in these past couple episodes where, I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously, but where something should have happened, and all of a sudden, they, like I said before, if you're an anime watcher only, this is going towards an anime, original ending, kind of, in a way. And not gonna spoil anything, obviously, like I said, but from what I could see, and now knowing, since I spoiled myself, like I said before in the last episode review, this feels like, people have been telling me that episode break was because they were trying to, make an ending for the anime original ending, and it literally feels like they just thought, one week or whatever they had, I know how we're gonna change it. Let's do it like this. And like, if you really look upon all the stuff that I've said so far, you can really see that, yeah, this whole episode just felt so forced upon all the characters, with Fuuka, with Koyuki, with you, and they even had the whole breakup kind of thing. The band breaks up, and in a matter of like 10 minutes, all of a sudden, bam, we got the band back together, guys. Yeah, woohoo! And of course, I like the new song, honestly. From, even though it had no vocals, obviously, his new song that he ends up putting together was actually pretty good, and I really am excited to see and listen to that new song when, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully at this point, I mean, I just want like an ending to see, like, I want someone to be happy at least. Like I said, love triangles are never end in a good way unless somehow it comes like a harem kind of ending. But just like, I would have been fine if Fuuka ends up winning in a different way. The way they have been showing in this episode and the last episode just felt so forced, and I feel that Yu has no reasons for why he would reject Koyuki, and Fuuka didn't even have any reasons, in my opinion, to quit the band, and all this kind of stuff it just felt like they just threw it in. They decided in that week that they decided to have that break, they were like, you know what, this is how we're going to do it. Switch everything up, change the stories, change the script. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to end it. And that's why it feels that these last couple episodes feel so much more rushed than the rest of the season. The rest of the season, honestly, in my opinion, like I said, I actually really enjoyed it. I love the music. I love the, character development. I love the way the story was going. And then, boom, these last couple episodes, like last episode and this episode and probably the next episode, just felt so rushed and condensed. Like they just literally thought of it right now. And that's pretty much how it is. If you guys are saying, what everyone's been saying, that week was so they can figure out the anime original ending, make that ending, then yeah, I would not be surprised that this was just like something that came up on someone's head and they were like, yeah, let's do it like that, let's just do it right now. And that's why it's so rushed and so forced, honestly, that it really it sucks. Because like I said before, out of all the anime, or like the romance anime I'm watching this season at least, I literally really enjoyed this anime. I'm not saying it was like the best romance anime I've ever seen, and like I said before, the love triangle, honestly, the love triangle in this anime isn't even a love triangle. Like, I kept waiting for that moment where there would be a love triangle, and it hasn't really even been a love triangle throughout this whole thing. Sure, there's that one point where obviously it looks like they're together and then Fuuka is kind of heartbroken, but nothing, there's no development, no build up into this. All of a sudden, he's like, you know what, nope, sorry Koyuki, I can't be with you, I can't do this. And all of a sudden, obviously, he likes Fuuka, or he has feelings for her, that he would willing to reject her and, choose Fuuka over Koyuki. To which, like I said, there's no build-up. If there was build-up, if there's more episodes than they want to do, I actually think if there was more episodes, like it wasn't just a 12-episode season, they had the time to build up this, original ending without just rushing everything and forcing everything, this may have been a better way. It may have been okay for this anime original ending, but at the moment, from what I can see and how everything is going these past few episodes, honestly, it drops in my book on the rating. And I even see on my anime list, it went from like 7, like almost like 7.5 around, to dropping to 7. So like, that's a pretty big difference, and I can't disagree with that at all. I actually agree with that rating. Like, it's okay. Like I said before, I love the beginning part. I love most of the anime until a certain point, and then it just felt like it was rushed and forced. And I don't know how the next episode will be, if they'll be able to, fix it up and actually be a good ending. But I don't know. We just gotta wait and see how it's gonna be. Will it just be that what we all think it's gonna be, with the band starts playing together and all of a sudden, Fuuka comes along as well, and it's all happy ending kind of thing where they end up being in a band together, and I guess probably have like something like the opening where they end up that's probably what's going to happen. Actually, I can definitely see that's going to happen, that she ends up deciding that she is going to be with the fallen moon again. They have their little, they play their song and everything, and then after that, Koyuki will come up with them, the rest of Hedgehogs will come up with them, and will be, they'll show the opening that the opening song with that, everything that we saw in the opening with all of them playing. That's going to be at a huge concert kind of thing, Hedgehogs concert, and that's probably what's going to happen. I honestly predict that that's probably what's going to happen. And how would I feel about that ending? I don't know. I'm really still confused on if I would still like that kind of ending. It's the best ending that we can get at this point, honestly. Doesn't mean I'm gonna enjoy it completely, but doesn't mean I want like an ending where they all are super sad. I do not want a super sad ending. So I don't know. This is the best ending I think that we'll probably end up gonna get. But for sure, I know for a fact that after all of this, I am definitely going to go and read the manga. So do not worry about that. I want to see how it really goes, not this anime original ending. I want to see how everything goes in that. And so yeah, once the next episode is finished, I'll probably go and check out the manga, go and just binge read it to like, is it still ongoing right now, everyone? All you manga readers, if you guys could comment below, is it still ongoing? I'm not too sure if it is. If it is, then that's pretty damn cool. I can, binge read all the way to the point where it's at right now, and then continue to do as like a weekly kind of thing, like I do with Shokugeki no Soma and Fairy Tail as well, which I'll be getting back into that. So yeah, another manga to do a review would be awesome. And I mean, like I said, I did like Fuuka. I did like how it was going and everything. I just don't like how it's being brought into it now. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, if you have a like, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And anime watchers only, feel free to comment below how you felt about this episode. How do you feel about how everything is going? And how do you feel like, what do you predict the ending is going to be like? And as for manga readers, as always, I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Like I said in the last one, if you guys want to put a spoiler, that like obviously, actually there's no way for you to spoil. Don't spoil anything at all. I just want to know your opinions on how you think everything's going to go with this next episode, and how you feel about how this episode has gone, and how you think the next episode is going to go. And yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. So till next time, guys, see ya.